SafeMoon is going up, 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 up. It is up 17.12% on the day, breaking above the 2. It's almost a 215. It is making some nice moves. And as you guys can see on the buy orders right where my webcam is, actually right down below, there's a lot of green buy orders coming in. In fact, if you look at the green bar there and there's just a little bit of red, there's mostly buy orders coming in. There's a lot of bullish stuff going on. As I mentioned in my video yesterday, there's some clues that's strongly suggesting that it looks like SafeMoon is getting ready to launch on Binance. We don't know for sure, but looking at the code in the back end, it does appear that way at the very least. So I think that combined with the entire market moving is just having a huge impact. Before we get any further into this video, I do want to say a special shout out thank you to my Patreon supporters and a double shout out thank you to Rem AG for being a higher tiered supporter. If you guys want to become a Patreon supporter, there's a link in the description. You can become a supporter for as low as $1 a month. And moving on, I'm also not a financial advisor, so everything I'm sharing is my own opinions, my own research. I encourage you guys to go do your own research. Looking at Bitcoin, we could see that it's up 3.02% for the day, but it's not just that. Bitcoin actually broke its all-time high. That set earlier this year, around April, so it passing above that threshold is now open waters. We don't know what the next high is going to be. It could be where we're at right now. It could be 75,000, and we look at testing above that. We could be heading straight to 100,000. Shoot, we could be heading past 100,000 before the end of the year. If you look at the rally that happened over the course of last year, right around this time, leading up into around March or so, there was some really high percentage gains, and you got more institutional demand coming into Bitcoin. You got a wider range of adoption. The regulation's been figuring itself out. The whole amount of control that China's had because of the mining stuff, that's all gone because of how they cracked down on things, and it all got moved around. Things settled down, and we're moving forward, and it's making progress. It is not only Bitcoin. Obviously, you can see that pretty much the whole market pretty much is green. We got Ethereum up 7.59%. It broke above $4,000. So not only did Bitcoin break its all-time high, but we got Ethereum passing above 4K, and BNB also passed over $500. So everything seems to be hitting some strong milestones right now. And so the big ones we want to look at is Ethereum and BNB because of the liquidity pairing going on for that of SafeMoon. And as you guys can tell, it's having a nice little impact. But all those buy orders that we were showing you, right? Not only that, but we also have some larger buy orders. Check this out. This was at 2:21 a.m. today. There was an amount that was moved that was probably actually sold off of that account. But then we have one right here, which was at 7:44 a.m. And that was a purchase of 220.89 billion SafeMoon. And that's everything that's in that wallet account. So no pre-existing history of purchases that we can see here. It's just they straight up bought it, right? I'm going to go ahead and double check that here in just a second. But to equate that to value, that was over $454,000, probably about $500,000 or so, or maybe a little bit more, because you do have that 10% transaction fee. So let's go ahead and open this up. I don't think that they have any history on this, but we're going to double check. And as you can see, yeah, there's just one purchase. That's it. That one time they made a purchase for a massive amount of SafeMoon. And then moving on, we have one here that was a sell. That was at 1023. That did pull it down a little bit. That was from a trillionaire account. So the dominance of that trillionaire account has now pulled back some, which is good. But then we have more purchases, which is what I really wanted to highlight here. So we have an amount bought, 53.61 billion SafeMoon, at least, because again, you have that 10% transaction fee. And then you have the value, which was over $100,000. So you got people dropping six figures today. Here's another instance. This one not quite at $100,000, but they did purchase 31.97 billion SafeMoon, which is a value of 59. Basically, it's $60,000. So yeah, and this is. We still got plenty of time today. We're at 1:16 p.m. Pacific Standard Time as the time of me making this video, and the markets don't close, but the candles close on the daily at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So at the time right now, the stock market has officially closed for the day, but they have aftermarket hours. We are seeing a little bit of some pullback as I'm talking on Bitcoin. Seeing a bit of a drop going on here. 65,856. So a bit of an impact. There's some higher volume sells right there, but as a whole, overall, the price has been holding very well. And so, yeah, now you're starting to see some green buys. So it's going to be back and forth, back and forth. We'll see where things kind of settle down towards the end of the day, because do remember we passed above the all-time high. Doesn't mean that it's going to stay there for the whole day. It could pull back down below. It's markets, right? We got to just kind of gauge things, and depending on timing, I might very well end up doing a video later today where I dive more into the technical analysis again. I do have a live stream that I plan on doing this evening, so there's going to be a lot of focus on that. We'll just kind of see how things play out afterwards. So I will likely have another video like that later on. And yeah, that's going to go ahead and be it for this video. But in case you guys were wondering what really caused this rally up, it's because of the huge buy order that came in earlier today. There's that sell order from the other account. In fact, let's go to that big buy order. So there's amount sold, 167 billion. And this is two different accounts, obviously. So the amount bought, oh yeah, so we already checked that out. So that account doesn't actually have anything else on their account. Now this one that sold, I will go ahead and show you this. There's a little bit of an interesting history with this one because they purchased recently. They did buy 5 days ago approximately. They purchased, one order was about 24 billion SafeMoon, another one was 48 billion SafeMoon. So they're spending a good amount of money on that too. But what's interesting is that they're also selling it. So this person looks like they're a little bit more proactive of being a trader. Most of the history that we're seeing with them are just out orders. There's a little bit of some ins that are coming in, but most of those are really old, like 200 days ago, 227 days ago, right? So yeah, they are buying, they are selling. It looks like they're mostly selling. And if it dips down, they might very well end up buying some more again. But they got 3.5 trillion SafeMoon. That's $8.2 million. They're sitting on a good amount of money. And that person alone, they only have 0.3588% of the dominance, right? So it's not even half of 1%. So yeah, it could have a huge impact if they sold everything all at once. It did have a little bit of an impact of the amount that they sold earlier, but we're moving forward. Things look good. I got referral links in the description. If you guys want to get free cryptocurrency or free stock, go check those out. It's not financial advice, but guys, it's free money. So also, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up like button. It does help us out with the YouTube search algorithm. Share, maybe share the video if you want. Click the bell icon because I do go live, and I will see you guys in the next episode.